Hey everyone, it is time for April favorites because we are now in May. I normally do this on the 1st, but didn't have a chance yesterday, so I'm doing this on the 2nd, and May is just probably my favorite month. My birthday's in May, and that probably has a little bit of something to do with it, but I know that's not all of it. I think I live in Pennsylvania, so May, in my opinion, is really like the first spring month where it's warm weather. April, you can just have some really cold days and everything. In May, I feel like everything is just much greener. The flowers are blooming. I just love May. It was always like wrapping up the end of the school year. I don't know, just love the month. So I'm very excited to be in May, but I wanted to show you my favorite products that I used all throughout April. Some of them are new products to me, and then some are just tried and true oldies but goodies. So to start out, this one, and a couple of these I've mentioned before, but I feel like if I pull them back out and I've been using them all month, it's definitely worth mentioning again. This is a bronzer. This is Bare Minerals in the color Faux Tan, and I just have one of these little ones, but this has lasted me so long and I still have a good amount in it. And once this runs out, I will definitely be purchasing a full size, but it is just, it looks almost scary dark, and it's more of a reddish based bronzer in my opinion, but I think that makes it very natural, as opposed to something that's just very brown, can look muddy and just kind of, it just doesn't brighten up your face at all. It can make you look a little more tan, but it kind of dulls it almost. And then if they're too orange, then obviously you look orange. But the red, a little bit of red in this, just makes it look very natural, like you've been out in the sun for a little bit. You've just got a little bit of that sun-kissed look. So what I use is my my e.l.f. complexion brush, and I just dump a little bit of this out on my glass top vanity here, swirl it, and I just buff it into my forehead here, cheeks. I go down my neck, I go on my chest a little bit, and it's just so natural, and it just makes me look like I've been out in the sun a little bit. So I love this, and it lasts, this little teeny thing has lasted me so long, so I'm loving this. And even though I'm not really tan at all right now, this color still works for me, and it works when I'm at my tannest. I just apply a little bit more. So this is so versatile for so many different skin tones. The next one, this is one I've had for a long time, but I just really started using it again lately. Hadn't used it for a long time, and this is my NYX Lip Liner in the color Beige. And for me, lip liners, like the perfect lip liner is hard to find. I love the Too Faced Perfect Lips. I just think it's almost the exact same color as MAC's Viva Glam 2, which is my favorite lip color of all time. So I love that combo, but I like that more when I have a little bit more color, when I'm a little bit more tan, because otherwise it can just be a little bit dark, a little bit mauve on my lips. But this lip liner is just a great color. It's pretty much my shade of lips, even a little bit lighter. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it. I don't want to call it, it's not glittery at all. It has a little bit of a sheen, I'll call it. But I outline my lips with it, and then I fill them all in. And here's the swatch. It's not too brown or pink or dark. It's just the right color, just the right shade. And I love it for lipsticks that are just a tinge too light. I do not like the concealer lip look. Or really light pinks. I just don't think it's flattering on me. So if I have a color that is just looking a little bit too light on me, I'll put this on, and it just adds some dimension to it. Like Estee Lauder's Rose Amethyst, I picked that up at a CCO, Cosmetics Company outlet, a couple weeks ago. And when I first put it on, I mean, everybody raves about this color. It's been discontinued. It's hard to find. So when I found it, I put it on, and I thought, oh, this is kind of a little light for me. And I wasn't crazy about it. When I layer it over this lip liner, it's beautiful, and I love that combo. It just adds a lot of dimension. So then my next product, this one is a new one, and I'm seriously loving it. One of my girlfriends gave this to me, and I'm not sure where she got it. I know, I Googled it, and I think you can get this on Amazon, but this is CND Creative Nail Designs Cuticle Eraser AHA Cuticle Treatment. And it just comes in this little tube, and it's just a cream, and I use this every single night, and it has alpha hydroxy acid in it, so it's a chemical exfoliant. I already love chemical exfoliants on my face and everything. It just kind of gently exfoliates and freshens. And I've been just really into cuticle treatments lately because I want to keep them looking as nice as they can. And I was using oils for a while, but this just is so nice. I won't say it erases my cuticles or dissolves them by any means, but I think that the alpha hydroxy acid just softens them, keeps them from looking so dried out, and it really moisturizes. So my cuticles, I mean, I haven't like trimmed them or, you know, kept up with them very much at all, but I've been using this every night and they look a lot nicer than when I was just using oils. So I love this. I will definitely repurchase this once I'm out of that. The next one, I know I put this in my favorites a couple months ago, but I started using it again and I love it. And it's an under eye concealer, and for me, I switch up my under eye concealers all the time. I can be, I don't know, just depending on what I'm liking, what look I'm going for, what I'm reaching for now. And this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer, and I am in the color 02 Light Medium. And I think this is just a smaller version. I got it in one of their Double Wear Light makeup kits, but it has lasted me forever because you seriously only need a tiny bit. It is so creamy and just beautiful on the skin and brightens. It is not the most, it doesn't provide the most full coverage, but it just blends so beautifully and looks like skin. And that's what I really love, because I feel like in the past year and a half, I have gotten dark under eye circles where I never had them before. I don't have puffiness, but I have darkness and discoloration. So even though it's not the fullest coverage concealer that I have, it just blends so beautifully and brightens, and you only need a tiny bit. It's a doe foot applicator, so I literally put a dot like that under my eyes, and then I take my ring finger and I just like slowly start to pat it out, and it's so creamy and it blends so beautifully. And I go like all the way in this tear duct area, all the way up to my lash line. I bring it down, and then if I feel like I need a little bit more, sometimes this area here can get just a little bit dark, then I will tap just a tiny bit more in there. But when I first started using this, I would kind of like draw little lines because I'm used to concealers. I don't know, you just have to use a little bit more. No, this is so creamy, blends beautifully, doesn't look cakey or crepey. It does crease a little bit. I have kind of creases right under my eyes. So what I do is I tap it in, I let it set for, I mean, not long, I mean, just a tiny bit, and then I go over with my Bare Minerals Well Rested Under Eye Brightener. It's a powder, and I just use a fluffy brush like this, and then that adds more coverage, more brightness, and it sets it, and it keeps it from moving and creasing anymore. It absorbs the oils, that moisturization in it. But that combo, I mean, I'm just loving it. I'm wearing it today. It's just enough, and it keeps me from having a heavy under eye look with too much makeup, and I just love it. So then my last makeup product love for the month, and this one I've probably had in my favorites so many times, but I seriously love it. This is Covergirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara, and I wear it in, is it very black? Yes, very black. I mean, everybody knows this mascara. It's amazing. I have so many mascaras that I need to try. I got that Sephora sampler when it was on clearance, and I mean, I have only opened, you know, 1 or 2 of them, but I just can't stop using this. I feel like I don't want to try something that is not the greatest when I have something that works so well. It just defines, it adds volume, never clumpy, separates. It's just, the brush makes it so amazing to work with, never smudges on me. I never, ever get black marks under my eyes at the end of the day. It just is perfect, and I love it. And then my nail polish favorite of the month. Ooh, I have not been this excited about a nail polish color in a very long time, and it's one that I've wanted for a long time, and I was searching around for the dupe, couldn't find it, so I just broke down and bought it, and this is Julep in the color Taylor. And I wore this in my last video and got a lot of compliments on it. It is a bright, I would consider it more of a periwinkle blue because it has a little bit of that purple in it. But it is just about as bright as you can go without being a neon. It's not a neon, but it is so gorgeous and just so unique. I have nothing like this. And the dupe that I know of is Sally Hansen Extreme Wear, which is, you know, dirt cheap. And it's in the color Pacific Blue. And I've seen it before in person. I didn't have it to compare to this, and I can't find it anywhere. I mean, they pop up here and there, I hear from people, but I can't find it anywhere. So I was like, I want this color, I'm buying this. So this I picked up at Sephora. Julep is now carried at Sephora, $14. It's a lot, but I mean, I can't find that Sally Hansen color and I wanted it, and I haven't seen this color in any other collection. And I don't know that that Sally Hansen color is as brilliant and beautiful as this, but I'm just loving this. It's unique and bold, but I don't feel like it's crazy. I am in love with that color. So these are my favorites. I want to know what your favorites are and if you've tried any of these and love them. And if you've seen Sally Hansen, Pacific Blue, especially if you have Julep Taylor too, if you can compare them and say if they are a dupe or not, I'd love to know that. And if they even still make Pacific Blue, if it was something that just kind of was sporadic around. I mean, I'm sure they still make it. I just know I don't see it anywhere I go. So that is it for today for my favorites. I hope you have a great May. I hope you had an awesome April, and I will talk to you guys soon. So see ya.